Hi dear students, today we are going to discuss about Mendel's experiment. And we know that in sexual reproduction, two parents are involved and both contribute equally to the offsprings or the child. That is why we can see some resemblance with the parents, right? Offsprings is having some resemblance with their parents. So Mendel in his experiment with pea plant found that principles based on which it can be guessed how characters will inherited or passed from parents to offsprings. So he performed different experiments with those pea plant and he arrived at certain principles which became the principles of inheritance. Okay, and based on those principles, the phenomena of inheritance happens not only in the case of pea plant but also in human beings and in all living organisms. So let's see what he did. Okay, so when plants having one pair of character, so he has chosen one pair of character, that is here in this case he has chosen height. Okay, that is tall plant as well as short plant. So short plant is also known as dwarf plant. Okay, and it was crossed. That is why it's known as monohybrid cross. Okay, so mono, one character is being selected. We'll see, come to that. Okay, so when Mendel selected pea plants having one pair of characters, what was the character he selected? Yes, the height. Okay, a tall plant and a short plant or dwarf plant. So he selected pure tall plant. So it is represented as capital T, small t. You can see here. Capital T, small t. And I'll show you. So capital T, capital T, and pure short plant, that is here you can see small t, small t. Okay, and it was cross pollinated. So what do you mean by pollination? Transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Okay, and it is been done in another flower, that's why it's known as cross pollinated. So these two plants was cross pollinated and he obtained all tall plants in the F1 generation. So this after crossing this, whatever we are getting, that is the F1 generation. So F is represented here filial generation. Filial means offsprings. So we will be using the term filial in the genetics. Yes, it's offsprings. So F1 generation, he got all tall plants. Okay, so when this was cross pollinated, for example here T, capital small t and capital T, which will be cross pollinated, they will be getting capital T, small t. Again same here also, same here, same here. That means T, as it is been capital T and small t, so T is dominant. That means that is why these four plants are tall plant. Okay, so he was surprised by seeing this result because here he used a small plant, a short plant was used, a tall plant was used, right? But he got all tall plants. So where this short or shortness or dwarfness of the plant went? So he was surprised. So he did like he selected this one plant from F1 generation. So he got like it is T. So same will be TT here and TT here and TT here. So he selected one plant from this F1 generation and he self-pollinated. What do you mean by self-pollination? Self-pollination means transfer of anther, pollen grains from anther to the stigma of same flower. So what he did? For example, here this is the F1 selected plant from F1 and self-pollinated. It was self-pollinated. So what was the result he got? Like this. It will go like this. This one and this with this one. So capital T here, capital T. Here it is capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and here it is small t, small t. So this was the F2 generation what he got. So when a short plant is crossed with a tall plant, pure tall plant, okay. So he got first generation, F1 generation, all tall plants. So one from that was selected and was self-pollinated, which you can see here, and he got a result 3 tall plants and 1 short plant. Okay, so here you can see this 3. As T is present means T is dominant, that is why 3 short tall plants. Here also you can see 3 tall plant is to 1 short plant. That is what here it is shown. So when the first generation plants were self-pollinated, he obtained tall and dwarf plant in the ratio 3:1. That is what is being shown here. 3:1. Okay, in the F2 generation. Okay, and here is the ratio of pure tall plant, hybrid tall plant. Here you can see, here it is T, T. That is pure. Here you can see pure tall plant is represented by TT, and here also you can see pure plant is represented by TT. So here 1:2, and hybrid tall is being represented by capital T, small t. That means this 2. Capital T, small t. That means 2:2, and dwarf plant is represented by small t, small t. That is this one. That is 1. So the ratio of pure tall plant is 1, and hybrid tall and pure dwarf is in the ratio 1:2, 2:1. Okay, but here in the F2 generation, that it is 3:1. That is all 3 plants are, you can see the 3 plants are tall and 1 is short. That is 3:1 ratio. So this the conclusion what he's reached, that is F1 generation, that is the F1 generation, all tall plants, and F2 generation, that is this, that is 75% is tall and 25% is short. That means here itself, when a plant, a short plant, a tall plant is being crossed, actually that short character is not lost anywhere. That is what here it shows, right? It is not vanished anywhere, but it is hidden somewhere in this generation itself. That is why when it was been again self-pollinated, it is been shown here. Okay, so the conclusion was that the dwarfness carried to the generation, but it was hidden. It was hidden. So that is why it is not expressed here. It was suppressed. Yes. So here in this F2 generation, it was again seen. So 2 copies of a trait are inherited, but only one got expressed and other remain hidden. Okay. So the trait that is expressed in the F1 generation is called dominant trait. It is called dominant trait, and the trait that is suppressed in F1 generation, that is the recessive trait, that is the shortness. I hope it is clear. Yes. Now, so when a cross is done between monohybrids or the F1 heterozygotes, that is capital T, small t, then that cross is known as monohybrid cross. Okay. Now the another experiment, that is dihybrid cross. When a plant having 2 pairs of characters were crossed, what happened? Okay, here the 2 pairs are selected and pairs of characters were selected, and the characters are shape and color of seed. So Mendel selected pea plants having 2 pairs of character. One is shape and color of seed. So shape and color of seed, and he selected plants having round yellow seed. So plants having round yellow seed, which is represented by capital R, small y. That means for round it is capital R, and for yellow it is small r, capital Y. And wrinkled green seeds, that is small r and small letter y and small letter y. So these two characters were cross-pollinated, and he obtained all plants with round yellow seeds. Okay, when these two were cross-pollinated. So as we have done in the monohybrid cross, tall and short plant, right? So there we got TT, right? A character which is having all tall plants. Same way here, in this case, when it was done, round yellow seeds was crossed with the green seeds, wrinkled green seeds. He got a generation, that means a plant with full, that is round yellow seeds. That means a combination of these two, that is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Same way in that case it was capital T, small t, right? So he got this round yellow seeds in the F1 generation. When these plants were self-pollinated, same as we have done there, when it was self-pollinated in the F2 generation, out of 16 plants, when you cross this, you can see here, this is the capital R's and capital Y's crossed with small r, that is the wrinkled green and round yellow. When it crossed, they got capital R, that is the round yellow seed. So when this is the F2 generation, it was self-pollinated, that is why this you can see here, self-pollinated. So out of 16, when you do the self-pollination, you will get 16 plants, that is the 16 plants, and out of 16 plants, 9 had round yellow, and you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 had round yellow, you can see round yellow, and 3 had round green, 1, 2, 3, round green, and 3 had wrinkled yellow, you can see here 1, 2, 3, and 1 had wrinkled green, here you can see. So it was in the ratio 9:3:3:1. I hope it is clear how it has come. Yes, 9:3:3:1. Okay, so dihybrid. In a dihybrid, an F1 individual is produced from cross involving two characters. For example, here it is seed color and seed shape. So it is heterozygous, right? That is why capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. For two characters, it is double heterozygote. Okay, so when a cross is done between dihybrids or the F1 double heterozygote, that is this one. Okay, here. Then that cross is known as the dihybrid cross. That cross is known as dihybrid cross. And it was the ratio as 9:3:3:1. So this is all about dihybrid cross. I hope it is clear. Yes, thank you.